Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Coach Channel. Coach TV. You're here with the coach himself, head coach. Oh, jeez, that was a botch of an intro. You're here with the head coach of your Ikitan and Cineroar, Coach Oak himself. There we go. That sounded better. Wow, that was a bad start. Just like every time I start recording. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you three battles today. This is the group stage of a low-tier tournament, put on by the DGBA. So it's roughly, and it's very roughly tier 3 and below. It's a points draft, and there's some stuff that's generally not considered low tier that's in this, but yeah. So we drafted a team that is built around Ndidi, who is not coming to this battle that you see on screen. Ndidi with the Psychic Terrain, and then a whole bunch of Unburdened Mons. And then we stuck in Lantern and Houndoom because I did want to have, a shot of doing good things. So we have the 6 here being a Selgor, Houndoom, Lantern, Hitmonlee, Slurpuff, Sceptile, as well as Ndidi I mentioned, and Drifblim. So there's 3. The top 2 in each pool move on. There's 4 teams. In my pool, there's a couple of pools that did have 5, but so in general, we're looking at 2 and 1 to move on. Now, if there's a 3-team tie at 2 and 1, there's stuff potentially could be 2 and 1 and not move on. But in general, 2 and 1 will move you on. I don't remember the exact sets for all the battles. 2 of them are fairly recent. One was a little bit ago that we had the actual battle. I will tell you as best I can what the sets are, but I do not fully remember all of them. A Selgor in this battle, I believe, is Throat Spray, Bug Buzz, Mudshot, Sludge Bomb, and Spikes. Houndoom in this battle, I believe is Flame Charge and Nasty Plot with Sludge Bomb and Fire Blast or Flamethrower. Lantern, I believe, is a Rindo? I believe a Rindo Berry in this one. And it might be Shuka though. I know it looks like it should be. I think it's Rindo. Either way, it might be Assault Vest too. Discharge, Volt Switch, Icy Wind, and no, not Discharge. Thunderwave, Volt Switch, Scald, and Icy Wind. Hitmonlee is Close Combat White Herb for the Unburdened proc with Poison Jab, Rapid Spin, and Earthquake. Slurpuff in this one is an anti-lead for Ribombee specifically. Mono Flamethrower attacking with Wish, Protect, and Sticky Web. So it's meant to get Sticky Web and win the lead exchange versus Ribombee if we are to exchange Sticky Webs, which I was okay with the exchange, but I had to get my own at the same time. All of their clearing was defog in this battle, so I was okay with doing that. And we, and it was a fairly bulky set, so it had Wish Protect if it stuck around after anything. Hopefully, could wish up Lantern or stall things out or whatever. Sceptile was Dragon Dance, Leaf Blade, Cross Poison, and Earthquake with Scope Lens. So because Leaf Blade and Cross Poison both have increased crit rate, plus Scope Lens, they're both 50% crit chances. I didn't really need the extra speed. Ribombee is faster, but with Dragon Dance, I'd get faster if we exchanged webs and stuff, so I wasn't too worried about anything for the Unburden. So it's actually Overgrow, the Scope Lens, so yeah. And we'll go slow. So I did lead with the Slurpuff. That was the plan as kind of an anti-lead. The only thing that really annoys it is this. I could have lived a hit, but there isn't much point in staying in versus Gun Tank with Slurpuff. So we're going to go in the Lantern. We'll need to know if this was special or not. It is physical, which, luckily we don't get poison there, which is good. And we're going to Volt Switch just to try to get some momentum, which we do. So we go straight into the Houndoom. I believe I Flame Charge? Oh no, I just Sludge Bomb, that's right. I was expecting Azumarill to come in. But it does nothing, so there's no point in staying in. I'm going to get out. This is my best thing against Gun Tank with Earthquake. It's not really a switch. I don't expect Sucker Punch because my team is a Psychic Terrain team, so I wasn't expecting much in the way of priority. So Hitmonlee is just going to go down for no reason, and Scun Tank is a big problem. My team in general just doesn't have a good way to hit Scun Tank. It's just that awkward typing, right? As 8 mon, you're going to have some stuff that just don't have a good way to hit it, right? We're going to Lantern. It can take hits. It can deal it a little bit of damage. I believe I Icy Winded. So I think that's coming in. I got a better judge of what Rotom this is. I believe you see the leftovers. Yep. So we got a better idea. So we know we don't 2k with Icy Wind. There's no point staying in. We do have speed, but there's no point in staying in and doing stuff. I believe I am Rindo, though, because I was trying to sucker this thing. Yeah. So we're going to go with this. He misses Leaf Storm, which is unfortunate. I'm going to get a layer of Spikes. I don't remember what Leaf Storm would do. I don't think it would kill, but... So we get a layer of Spikes, which will chip this Arcanine as it comes in, but leftovers will bring it back pretty good. I don't want to do anything too fancy right now. We're going to go into Slurp Buff. It can take hits. Goes for Extreme Speed, which does crit, which doesn't really particularly matter. It's damage, but it's going to Flare Blitz. Doesn't kill. We get the Citrus proc, so we are faster now. Get the Sticky Web, which is important, so we have, a couple layer of hazards. He does have a couple defoggers, but if we can make him take that turn, it's fine. So we put up a Wish, expecting to go down, but then we can kind of go into stuff more safely, right? We can take a hit with the next thing, and then get the Wish back, set up if we want. So we go into Lantern, and then switch into a Selgor, because I did want a Selgor back with health, and we Volt Switch, sorry. Because I expected the Arcanine would want to switch, so we can get back into this. And now we're in a more threatening spot here, with no damage in against a Rotom, which will drop to this Bug Buzz, because we are very offensive. And we get the boost now, so we are both faster, and with the special attack boost, goes into Arcanine, takes another bit of chip, and we are going to fire off the Mud Shot, which I believe will not take it down, but we'll put it into range, where it will drop to Flare Blitz, which is good. Mud Shot was for the Arcanine, just for these kind of situations. Not always going to kill, but, it's a decent exchange. It's basically a final gambit, let's be honest. Just a more reliable one. So they're going to go Rabombi as we go into Lantern. They're going to match our... so we're going to get the T-Wave off. Okay, so definitely not Assault Vest. Yeah, definitely Rindo. We're going to get the T-Wave off on the Rabombi, so its one faster thing is no longer that much faster. The Tang's not going to drop the speed, but it's already pretty slow, so no big deal. We don't get the burn. We're just going to fire off. It can't hurt us too badly. We're going to fire off a couple here. Oh, no, we were shook up. I know we did have a Sandaconda as well. So I couldn't remember for sure. So we do just fire off Scalds until he's burned. We're going to Volt Switch because he's burned especially as well. We can set up, expecting Earthquake again. No, I'm not going to take much from the Sceptile. Rabombi now being paralyzed, I can Dragon Dance. And outspeed everything for sure. With coverage to hit everything super effective. So we're 50% crit. Cross Poison shouldn't kill, but he shouldn't be able to kill us back. Because the Zoom Roll cannot have pure power in this. That is important to note. And I was expecting Sap Sipper. So he's going to go for the Whirlpool set. We get the poison. He said it was a max roll as well. I don't remember exactly, but a good chance it was. We don't get the crit on either. That one was definitely a lower roll, so yeah, the 46 might have been a max roll. But with the poison, we are going to get it to go down. He does get the Perish Song, so we will perish in 3 turns, so they do have the chance to kind of stall things out if they want. I can go for Earthquake here. As they switch into Rabombi, they are just going to stall a little bit of turns, which is smart because you have the Perish Song, and the Sceptile is in a very threatening position. So we're just going to, I believe, I don't remember what clicked Earthquake, yeah. So we will perish next turn, so I have the choice. Do I want to save this and Earthquake to claim a kill, or do I want to switch out and try to keep that in the back? Being paralyzed, we are faster. Depends what they clicked. Actually, I guess no, it didn't. It would take me down either way. But, so we were essentially stacking Lantern. Full paras, it happened, but we'll take it, I guess. I believe we switch into Houndoom. Second run. Oh no, we just T-Wave because I was expecting second run. I knew we did something. As I said, this one was a little bit ago. They get paralyzed again. I'm not sure if that was Sucker Punch or not. It seems like it was. So we do let Lantern go down. Just go into the step tile, and it can live the Sucker Punch, and we click Earthquake, and get the KO. Yeah, might have been able to make better use of differential points, but it's okay, we pick up the nice win. Septile was a very big threat in this one. It almost didn't come because I forgot about Cross Poison as a DLC move. I was looking for Poison Jab. I was like, Cross Poison. That will do. That will definitely do. Just to help out, as he had a few things that were weak to poison, right? He had 3 of them. So we do pick up the win, which is very good. Gets us off to a good start, but we got to keep it going. There was definitely a big break in between that and our next game here. And we are against a team that has Durant, Palosan, Noivern, Slowking, Flareon, and Roserade. This one, can't remember the other things they didn't bring. We brought Houndoom, Slurpuff, Driftblim, Lantern, Sceptile, and Indeedee. Indeedee male, we do both Indeedee options. I believe that's male, right? Yeah. We left the Hitmonlee and the... And I'm blanking on the last one that we didn't bring. A Selgor. Forgot about a Selgor. Anyways, so this one I believe is... is this that one? Yeah, Air Balloon, Flame Charge, Endure, Reversal, Crunch on Houndoom. I know it's a bit of a weird set. I can't remember exactly what he left behind, but the fighting coverage I believe was good against it. For the Endure Reversal, but the Crunch, Flame Charge was the main things I was looking for, basically for a better way to hit the Slowking. This is a Belly Drum Slurpuff with the Psychic Seed. Play Rough, Drain Punch, but it also has Flamethrower. It's plus Speed Nature, and minus Defense, I believe. Driftblim is something Stolly, but I can't remember the exact one. I believe it's Toxic Strength Zap, Acrobatics, and with the Psychic Seed, Toxic Strength Zap, Steefog, that sounds about right. Lantern, I believe, is Assault Vest this battle. Discharge, U-Turn, Ice Beam, and Scald. Sceptile is White Herb, Leaf Storm with Nature Power, which will turn into Psychic in Psychic Terrain, which is the Roserade coverage, as well as Dragon Pulse and Giga Drain. And then we have Indeedee is Scarf with Mystical Fire, Psychic Psyshock, and Energy Ball. We are going to lead with the Indeedee expecting Roserade, which we do get correct, which is good. Probably should have clicked Energy Ball here or Mystical Fire, but click for Psyshock. I think I was thinking Noivern might come in. I can't remember. They're going to get Trick Room off, which is going to be a big problem. We're going to fire off a Discharge, no para as they teleport into the Roserade. So we're going to have to switch into Driftblim, who can take a hit, especially with the Spit F, but they're going to get Spikes up, and now they're getting Sleep Powder. Trick Room obviously being a problem. I would have loved just to fire off an Acrobatics. They go into Flareon, which is going to really hurt. I was expecting to wake up this turn, get Strength F out, and get back to full, and do that kind of shenanigans. We get a little bit of health, but that's about it. We're going to Acrobatics and Noivern. You see it falls just short. I believe max, I think it was like an 11% chance of 2-hit KO, so not a big problem there. We're going to Strength Up again after we got the Defog off, which put us in range where we can live any of its hits. We do get confused. Luckily, we do get the Toxic off through the confusion, just because I didn't like where this was going. I'm kind of trying to sack Driftblim. But at this point, I went, okay, if he's going to Hurricane, I can switch into the Lantern. If he's not going to Draco Meteor. Doubled out, expecting Roserade to come in to get into Indeedee. Again, I was expecting Palosan to Slowking, so I went into this. Don't remember what I was expecting with the Sceptile. I thought this was going faster. Don't know what I was expecting with the Sceptile, can't remember, but we sacked off the Driftblim. I think I was just thinking that did more and forgot to calc versus Durant, because I know Durant's paper thin on the special side. But I probably should have clicked. I don't even know. Dragon Pulse, maybe? I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. So there's backstory to this, but anyways, I was not playing thinking well at this point. I thought I needed to set up the psychic terrain here. No, it was already up. So you're gonna see some silliness here. I am Scarf, but at this point I suspected it was a Scarf Durant as well. So I guess you could say I was baiting to see if he's Scarf, which confirms he's Scarf, but we're just kind of gonna let. I don't think that mattered, by the way. So we're just gonna end up losing Lantern to bring in DD back in to set this up, and then we're gonna lose DD as well. Durant hitting moves. I mean, who does that? How rude. But so we are gonna go into Slurpuff here. My first thought was, of course, click Flamethrower. We'll get the Psychic Seed pop here in a second, which would kill this. And then I got thinking, oh wait, he's Scarf. I know he's Scarf. Duh. I believe I live next to this. I'm not actually sure. I might not have because I was minus defense nature, but I don't remember the exact calc. I don't think I ever actually fully got the calc, because while I was attempting to calc, thinking I should belly drum on a switch, which is going to happen, and I should have. I realized that it had gone to the next play, so I must have clicked Flamethrower. Like, I'm not saying like the game glitched or anything, but I was not playing well. So I definitely should have Flame Ruffed or belly drum. And I'm completely misremembering this totally. I was thinking this was already damaged. It was not. So if I had played from the switch, he would have lived one and got the Toxic off. And then it would have been a case of if I could get Drain Punch targets in time. But we do miss a play rough. So, you know, Durant hits moves, but Buttercup doesn't. It's okay. They're going to put Stealth Marks up. Don't really know if Stealth Marks was needed at that point, but it is what it is. We're going to miss that second play rough. Yeah, that's just the thing. We just, you know, who hits play roughs? Pfft. Who wants to hit moves with their belly drummed mons? Pfft. Jokes. So we're going to go into Sceptile. I believe I clicked the Leaf Storm here. But we don't have the Psychic Train anymore. I had thought about it's like our Train Extender here, and I didn't. I probably should have. So we don't really have coverage for this Rose Raid. I believe we kicked Nature Power anyways for Tri Attack. We don't get any of the special conditions. A Sludge Bomb will get a poison to take us out. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if it didn't get the poison, we would have had another shot at Tri Attack freeze or something, but we had already lost at this point. Let's be honest, we were so far behind. We were gonna Flame Charge. Doesn't kill. It is just short. We are gonna leave the Sludge Bomb, get another Sludge Bomb poison. So, you know, I mean, again, doesn't really matter. Because Palossand and Slowking both lived crunches at this point. And Noivern, I believe, lived as well. Houndoom was good if I could get everything chipped. But so we do lose this one, and by a pretty big differential hit. I didn't play well. We didn't get help. I mean, missing 2 straight play roughs with a Belladrum Mon is not ideal. But yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. So we're 1-1 minus 3, I believe. Going into the last battle but we're in a situation where if we win, we'll be in a 3-person 2-1, but we'll have differential and be good to go. And I believe in the second spot, I think no matter what, but I'm not 100% on that. So you see, we have Masquerain, Rose Raid, Rhyperior, Gardevoir, Talonflame, and Mightyena. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting the Mightyena here, but so they left behind a Poliwrath and Blastoise. So they left behind a couple grass type targets for Sceptile, but that's okay. Sceptile is physical, acrobatics with the Psychic Seed, Leaf Blade, Rock Slide, and Sword Stance. If I get Sword Stance stop and a boost, I should be good to run through. And the Lantern is Thunder Wave, Volt Switch, Scald, Ice Beam. I can't remember the item. Maybe Leftovers? Maybe Rindo? I think this is the Rindo. Indeed, female this time. It has Psychic, Hyper Voice, Baton Pass, we're allowed to drive Baton Pass, and Healing Wish with a Train Extender. Because I have a few mods that want that. Aselgor is Heavy Duty Boots, U-Turn, Final Gambit, Yawn, and Energy Ball, I believe. So really, it can't hit too much in this battle. It's kind of a weird Aselgor. Basically, it was meant to Final Gambit something away as well as work as a pivot. And I didn't want to in a spot where Red Fury could set up too efficiently on it. Slurpuff is a gross set. It never hits. Okay, I spoiled it a bit. Never hits the field. I don't want to reveal it, but it's not a fun or standard set. Drift Flame is Shadow Ball, Air Cutter, Calm Mind, and Strength Sap. And we're gonna lead with the Aselgor. Just a final gamut. Something something I wanted to take out was lead. I was actually expecting Rose Raid, which I wanted to final gambit as the number one target. Although Gardevoir, Red Fury are all good targets. Obviously, Talonflame has priority. We're faster, but we don't like that right now. We're gonna switch into the Lantern, see how we take the hit. We take it pretty good. With the recoil, they no longer have priority. They're gonna roost back up, however, to regain that. We are just going to T-Wave. So we get the T-Wave on Talonflame, which is great. Lower speed means it can't just stall as well. Gonna fire off a big Volt Switch. I was actually not expecting to be faster there, I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't really know who wanted to take the hit, so we went into Drift Limb. Started Calm Minding up. Figured had to roost. But they do go for Brave Bird. They do live the recoil, but now we can Strength Sap up on us. Pretty good. Driftblim's really high HP means Strength Sap never really fills it to full. But that's okay. I believe we Calm Minded again. No, we fired off Shadow Ball, right? I wanted to kill this, but I also wanted to catch things on a switch. I figured something was coming in. I didn't think my Deanna would come right away, but that's okay. They get a speed boost after getting dropped low. Gonna Shadow Ball. So we are able to take down Gardevoir with Drifloon, which is very nice. They go into Mask and Rain. I believe I just fired off an Air Cutter, which I knew wouldn't kill. I think max roll was 98%, so I knew it wasn't going to kill, but good damage. Someone could clean it up in a little bit. The Quiver Dance was my worst case scenario, but we do live the Bug Buzz, so they must not have had Ice Beam or Flying Move. Must have been Sticky Web, Quiver Dance, Roost, Bug Buzz or something. I'm not sure. So they're going to come in with Mightyena. No Intimidate on this. We have Intimidate on the other one. I'm expecting Sucker Punch, so I'm going to Strength Sap. The damage that I was going to get from doing anything else wasn't really worth. Live a Crunch anyways, so it worked out either way. Going to get back up again. And again, just live. I don't want to play this game forever. By having this at half health now, the plan is I can bring Sceptile in after and set up on it. Even though it will take me down. So we're going to fire off an Air Cutter. We do get a critical hit. It is boosted ratio. Damage is nice, but not super necessary based on my plans. However, it could have changed things. I don't know. So the plan now, even though Sceptile won't get the Psychic Terrain, because I don't really want to I don't want to mess around trying to set up Psychic Terrain right now. Because Talonflame is paralyzed, it's naturally faster than everything else, which is great. The biggest annoyance there is Acrobatics loses half its base power. However, so they do get the Moxie boost. I don't forgot to say on Moxie, which was a silly oversight, but that's okay. Still at -1, we're still in good shape. Crunch, you see, does under half. So by Swords Dancing, Sucker Punch doesn't kill from there, which is great. So we are still alive with Sceptile. We have set up successfully. The Acrobatics won't actually kill most Rose Raids, even at +2. It falls just short, so I'm kind of in a weird spot where I've taken out the Mightyena. I'm at +2. I do outspeed things. Goes in Rose Raid. I'm still gonna click Acrobatics. If I bring this super low, I feel like I'm in a great spot with the final Gambit of Selgor in the back. That I can do things I need to do because Talonflame isn't that priority. And they're just gonna sack off Talonflame here. Realizing I do have the coverage for Rose Raid, which is what they're scouting for, which makes sense. especially since they have the Rindo on the Rhyperior. So Rhyperior lives and is going to take me down. But at that point, even if I fell just short of killing Rose Raid, like Excelgor can come in, U-turn on it, or do whatever, and then we can just so we're just going to bring in Ndidi, as Ndidi will kill the Rhyperior from here. And we'll kill the Rose Raid as well. So we didn't have to final game it with the Selgor, but if we could just clean that couple percentage off the Rose Raid. Do find out he is the Psychic Berry, which makes sense, but we do live that as well, so which is great. So they had all the right berries, all that. We just kind of, the T-Wave early on the Talonflame was great, as it just put Sceptile in a great spot to do things what it needed to do, even not boosted. Yeah, having the Selgor in the back definitely let me be a little more aggro in the end game too. Drifblim did way more work than it ever should have, which was great. Drifblim definitely did most of the work here in this battle. Indeed, he got the clean too, which is nice. Indeed, he definitely has a little bit of power behind it, but this one's supposed to be more support, but hey, whatever works, right? So we do go to 2-1, I believe, +1 differential, and we are second place in our pool, and we are moving on to the brackets. We are in the top 64 bracket. I have no idea who we're playing. Hasn't quite, it'll be finishing today. The pool play. We'll see how we do. I drafted it, a burden team. It's mostly a bit of a rib, but it has some good elements for sure. We didn't go full rib with it with like Lipard or like Pinchurch and Alolan Raichu or anything like that. But we brought a little bit of meme and a little bit of reality. The Lantern is an important pickup, just for a switch in, a pivot, and slow volt switch into unburdened threats is really good. And Houndoom just filled out a couple cores. I definitely have needed the fire typing, so I much appreciate it. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have a chance to, have another, at least one more good battle. I don't expect to go all the way by any means with this team, but it has been fun. Hopefully we can continue to do well with it. Sceptile has been very good. I've only drafted Sceptile a couple times, and I think all of them have been in 8-mon tournaments, and they've always done very well in the 8-mon. I do really enjoy it in 8-mon. It hits a very awkward speed tier for some people, and then getting the unburden to go even higher. And low tier tour as well. There is not many things that fast. Sceptile at 120 is pretty fast, and its lower damage output, especially on the physical side, is mitigated a little bit in low tier, so it is a very, very nice mon. I have very much enjoyed. Drifblim has been very nice as well. Just to be a problem. A little bit of an annoyance. And I mean, I love some of the other mons. Hitmonlee, Selgor, Slurpuff are also my favorites. Even though Slurpuff has not done that much for me besides put down some sticky webs and then miss a lot of play roughs. Bad Slurpuff. But actually, Selgor hasn't done that much besides take down the Arcanine. So, which I suppose that's an important job. So good job, Selgor. Yeah, have a nice day, everybody. I rambled a little bit, but hopefully you enjoyed. Have a nice day because Coach Oak said so. And I'll see you all next time.